stocks have been plummeting as the Russian and Ukraine war continues. Traders are unsure about what will happen next, and are flocking to safe havens, such as gold, silver, and other commodities. The question is, do you know which stocks will benefit from this war? Here are a few stocks that could ride this crisis out. While Western media has been covering the conflict in Ukraine, there's been a war being waged right next door. The Russian government has seized control of the Crimean Peninsula, and the country is now involved in military conflicts with Ukraine and several other countries. This war has many people wondering where it's going to go and how it will affect business here in the US. In this article, we'll look at some of the stocks that might benefit from the current tensions between Russia and Ukraine. Russian companies like Gazprom, Sberbank and Lukoil are all heavily invested in gas production and distribution within Russia, as well as internationally. As the conflict heats up, more Russian resources are being devoted to defense, which means less money for things like social programs or infrastructure investment. This could lead to higher prices for these products and services within the country and abroad, which could be good news for these companies' bottom lines. Russian defense contractors like Rostec State Corporation OJSC and Rosoboronexport are also likely to see an uptick in orders as the country steps up its military spending. Some of these contractors have seen notable gains on their stock prices already. Rostec is up 20% since March 2nd and Rosoboronexport is up. When the news of the Russian and Ukraine war broke, it seemed like a perfect time to make some money. Whether you're an investor or an opportunist, these companies will help you gain power over your opponents. Russian war. Suppliers of military aircraft, tanks and helicopters. Ukrainian war. Companies that produce heavy trucks, anti-tank missiles and radars. It's hard to call a war a good thing, but there are some stocks that are reaping the benefits of this military conflict. In times of war, countries need to keep their defense systems up and running. However, keeping these systems up and running is expensive. As a result, many companies have benefited from this recent crisis with stock prices rising. The following table is a list of defense system-related stocks showing how much each stock has increased in the last year. Boeing Co. BA, up 50%. Lockheed Martin Corp. LMT, up 47%. Northrop Grumman Corp. NOC, up plus 43%. Raytheon Company, RTN, up plus 53%. The idea of a war in Russia and Ukraine sounds scary. But, in fact, it's good for some stocks. Aeroflot, ARZ, Russia's largest airline, is one of the stocks that could benefit from the conflict. With more than 40,000 employees and about 400 aircrafts, Aeroflot offers flight services to about 250 destinations across Europe, Asia, Africa and Latin America. Ilyushin Finance Company, ILYUF, manufactures military transport and civilian aircrafts, Sukhoi Su-27 fighter jets, MiG-29 fighter jets, and civilian aircrafts like the Superjet 100. The company also provides leasing services for aircrafts as well as financing services for its customers. The United Aircraft Corporation, UAC, produces military airplanes such as MiG-29 fighter jets, Su-27 fighter jets and bombers like Tu-160 Blackjack, which are all used by the Russian Air Force. The company also produces Yakovlev Yak-130 combat trainer jets that are used by the Russian Air Force to train. Note: the author is not encouraging the reader to invest in Russia or Ukraine, nor do they condone violence or war. Please like and subscribe for more finance news.